What is up? What is up? How y'all doing this evening? Garage is closed today. It's still a beautiful day outside, but I just haven't opened the garage yet. Uh, Here back to talk about AAU basketball a little bit more. I'm just it's a learning process for me. I'm learning as I go along, learning along with my son. Um, and it's a mixed bag so far. I mean, I am totally not like one of those people that are like, AAU is the worst or AAU is the greatest. I don't know. I just want my son to play basketball. I want him to play competitive basketball. Um, and it's been a good experience. I'm not down on it. I'm not out on it like some people are. It is expensive. We talked about that, and I think that's just part of it. But uh, I'm coming here today in regards to I'm talking about today. I want to talk about um, the young athlete a little bit. I'll try to keep this not too long. Uh, my son, 4'11", sixth grader, nice handle, good shot, lacks a little bit of confidence due to size. Um, and I tell people all the time that things are a little different. It comes with some kids. Some kids are a product of environment. Some kids are a product of their parents, coaching, whatever. My son is is great. Smart kid, energetic kid, has a love of the game. Very intelligent when it comes to basketball. He really knows the game of basketball. I mean, from what he's learned and what he's been taught, he has picked up a lot, and he can really see a lot. Plays very smart for his age, but he lacks confidence because he's afraid. And he's afraid of bigger players. Um, So I don't know if he's afraid of getting hurt or he's afraid of what, but just the fact that the player is bigger than him freaks him out a little bit. Kind of gets out there, gets a little stage fright. I think the training goes to the side sometimes, and so as a parent, I'm asking, tips, pointers are welcome. Uh, I'm not out there with my kid drilling every day. I'm not one of those parents. I think I talked about this before. I'm not one of those parents that are going to be uh, like, you don't go to sleep until you get up 100 shots. You got to do this. Uh, Eat, sleep, drink, basketball. Like, no, like I'm not that. Like, I want to allow my son to have a life. If he wants to do that, and he needs to come to me and say, Dad, this is what I want to do. Dad and Mom, this is what I want to do. And then we can try to facilitate that lifestyle. I've seen major high level athletes, whether it be basketball, baseball, football, any sport, that have said that they made sacrifices to get to where they are. And I've told my son that. I was like, son, there's some sacrifices that if you want to be an elite level basketball player, or elite at anything, that there's sacrifices that need to be made in order to get to that goal. I was like, it's up to you to choose if you want to make those sacrifices. And if it ever comes a time and a day that he says yes, that's what I want to do, then I will be here to facilitate that. In the meantime, I want to facilitate a healthy environment for him to play sports. I feel that playing youth sports is great for all kids. I played baseball when I was younger. I wish I played rec basketball. Did not make the high school basketball team. That's another story. I felt a certain way about that, but yeah, I'll tell you about that someday. Um, and but I felt that it helped me to build social skills. I made social skills. I made good friends that I still talk to this day from playing sports when I was a youngin. And I feel it's good for my son. It helps him branch out. I love seeing him interact with his teammates, whether it be basketball, whether it be soccer. It's good. Um, so I want to facilitate that type of environment for him. I want him to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be good, and I want him to enjoy it. I don't want him to hate it. I don't want him to hate the thing, like, like dread basketball coming up. So I try to maintain that balance, right? Like, I want to coach him. I want to get onto him, but I don't want to negate the the work of his coaches and his trainer. I do have him. He does have a trainer, which I never had as a young athlete. My daughter had a trainer as well. My daughter had special trainers, and she had a physical trainer. My daughter, to me, is an elite level athlete. She plays D2 soccer. She probably could have played D1 if she wanted to, but she wanted a little balance in her life. Yeah, my daughter's an elite level athlete. I think my son could be very well be an elite level athlete. Um, but he's a little bit different than her. She was a bully. She was bigger, not bigger, but like she was more solid. My son's a little small frame, and so like, and I'm trying to get him to work around that. My daughter would run through a brick wall. She gave boys the business in soccer, and you could ask anybody in the county; they know about her. She was solid. Her brother is a little bit more finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's into the flair, and I'm trying to get him to realize, like, basketball is a physical sport as well. There's physicality to it. I'm like, you got to look at these guys. Like, you see the finished product, or not even the finished product. You see the 80% product of some of these NBA players and these college players. You know, uh, but you don't see the work that they put in, and you don't know the grind that they put in to get there. I was like, I said, these are physical. Like, these guys are playing with no fear. I was like, it might look like it sometimes. They scared, but they're calculating. But these guys, in order to be on that level, you cannot shy away from contact, and that's what I'm trying to get him used to. So I'm out. I mean, I'm trying to find ways to motivate him, trying to find ways to get him to embrace the fact that, hey, you're going to get fouled, you're going to get hit, but and being a smaller player, you're going to have to work twice as hard to earn the respect of the bigger players. I was like, if they a lot of times they're like, oh, just because you're smaller, they think that they have the advantage on you because you're smaller. Um, but so like they halfway won the battle. But if you show them that you're not afraid of him, then you got them thinking on their feet, and then you're in an advantage. So I mean, if anybody out there has any tips for a smaller guard, on how to uh, I guess get an aggressiveness, like a toughness. Like I said, I am not the dad that's like gonna make my kid cry out here on the court in the house, trying to get him to be tougher. Like, I mean, I don't know if maybe some of you would look at me and say, "Oh, you're too soft," or that's not the way. But I feel like like it's more of a mental block as opposed to what I'm saying, as a as a easy even as a physical thing. So I am just trying to find ways uh, to get him to not think about his size and just play basketball. Because when he plays basketball, he's great. Like he played last weekend, and he played with some kids. Probably, I mean, some of them were a little younger than him, but he played with some kids that was on par. He wasn't the biggest, but he wasn't the smallest. So these kids were kind of his size, and he played well. And you saw it, his confidence build. And as the game went along, he realized, like, okay, like, I can do this. Like, and he was putting some of those skills to work, and it was great to see for me. And I was like, maybe this is a carryover, But he did. I asked him. I was like, bro, you went out there, you played basketball like I know you know how to play basketball. Like, you didn't have a perfect game. I was like, but you were aggressive. You read the floor. You responded to your teammates. You were defensively aggressive. You drove the paint. He's like, yeah, it's a little bit easier when the guys aren't 6 foot tall. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I was like, man, but if you want to play this sport and you want to be good at this sport, you have to get over that fear. So with that being said, we got another tournament this weekend. He plays tomorrow, Saturday, hopefully Sunday. And of course, we're paying another great another fee. That's probably for 3 days. It's probably gonna be $80 a piece for me and my wife. I chronicle that too. I'm gonna keep a ledger and see how much money I spend just in tournament fees. Oh yeah, and it's downtown too, so at the convention center. So there's going to be parking. So we got to pay for parking for 3 days. Oh man, but yep. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, I know this was. I said I was gonna try to keep it short, but when I get to talking about these stuff, it just kind of flows out, and I just get to going. Uh, so man, I know a lot of people don't watch long videos, but if you're a subscriber to my channel, uh, please listen. I mean, just throw it on like you do any other podcast, man. You're riding, you know what I'm saying? I might not have the crazy sound effects or the crazy effects, but I'm just talking parent to parent, baller fan to baller fan. So yeah, thanks for your time. And like I said, if you like, man, share that thing. And I'll be back with my AAU Chronicles probably after this weekend. So I probably should have some more interesting stories or story to tell. Y'all be good. I'll holler.